Stop
I
that,
have
Isaac.
something that Keem posted. Do you
Uh-oh.
want me to read it?
Yeah. Is it
Okay.
something we're allowed to read?
I guess. I don't know.
I hope so.
Uh,
Should I not read it?
is it like an announcement, though?
Announcement on the Discord server.
Yeah, you said he was going to talk about it on lolcowlive, right? All right,
Thank
go
you.
ahead, Psycho Mom.
Okay, I have been battling with the situation morally for days and days. I just called Nicholas Diario
I love him. He's
um,
awesome.
for a private chat to get his thoughts on this very rare situation. However, he was streaming, so I just talked about it in live. There has never been a story even comparable to this in my 16 years on YouTube. After talking to Nick and reading a lot of criticism from many of you, I decided to this. Kid behind the camera, Pickle Boy Michael, has been removed off of Queen's live shows and he has been removed from our Discord. I will talk more about this on tonight's LCL. I know this decision has helped no one, fixes nothing, but I made this call because it's not fair to our fans, host, or even myself to be attached to this when it's not our fault. If my job is to make sure everyone is safe, then I got to make this the call. Not that Mike is a danger, but no one else should be forced to be associated with this. I know some of you are pissed with this call, but I had to. Keem.
Oh boy, if you haven't heard, good old Mike. Mike kept behind the camera. He's more or less kicked off from the show. He's not on the server anymore. But before we go there further, let's actually read some of the announcement that was posted on the Discord. There actually were two. The first one was, this community is all of ours, but I am the leader of the local universe. I'm trying to make the best call to make a safe, good community. And if you've been here for a while, you know that the case. I understand some of you are mad about the Mike Bridges situation and want Mike kicked, but I see no benefit to anyone but kicking Mike out of our community. It does not help the fans, the other host, his wife, his kid. It helps no one, fix nothing. If I felt Mike or anyone else was a danger to safety to this community, they would be banned. I don't know. If you're not aware about the situation, Mike dated his wife when she was relatively young. Now you may be thinking, oh, were they teens? Maybe they're like high school sweethearts, right? She was 14, maybe he was 15, or maybe she was 13, she was 14, or they were both the same age. No. She was a minor and he was an adult. But that's in the past. But doesn't two wrongs don't make a right. Let's keep going. Oh, there's more. I've been battling. Oh, but this before we go, Keem decided to switch his position up. Now, as I have been battling with this situation morally for days and days, and I just called Nick the order for a private call to get his thought on this very rare situation. It's not that rare. Should be surprised how common it is. However, he was streaming, so I just talked about it live. There's never been a story even comparable to this. My 16 years on YouTube. Yet there have came. Just lying. Then there's never read that again. After talking to Nick and reading a lot of the criticism from many of you, I decided to do this. Kept behind her have been removed of Queen's live show, and he's been removed from our Discord. I will talk more about it on LLC. I know the decision. I mean, and you get the idea. Obviously, the clip I showed you was from Mafia Milkers, right? And it goes into more depth of that situation on hand, which is pretty interesting. And I got a couple more clips after this. Let's go watch them.
Today, I was fighting with more people over the Mike situation in the Discord, saying, look, literally nothing can be done. All right? She is 31 years old. Bridget is saying she is not a fucking victim. Okay? Bridget is saying she lied to Mike. They are married with kids. This happened 17 years ago. Nothing can be done. Going back and forth. And then,
I believe it could go either way, whether or not she's a victim or not. But you can't deny she was in grooming. And grooming is a form of victim, depending if it's the severity of it. And same thing, when it comes to sexuality or sexual stuff. But it also doesn't help that that was 17 years ago. Bridget is 31. You do the math. That puts her age around 14. and Mike was an adult when they were dating. And she finally told Mike after, I believe, 2 years of dating, meaning she was at least 16. Even if you wanted to make the case that, well, maybe she was 15 or she was turning 16, that 2 year difference still makes, still important regardless. And there's more. Oh, trust me, I have a bunch of clips. You know, more to come.
Not one time has her mother done an interview about any of this. So
No.
why are we doing this 17 years later? Because the
Becky.
show's doing good and y'all are jealous? Mike really enjoys himself on there. I finally see the real Mike. He's having fun, doing
Delia
something he
super
loves.
chatted
And you guys are so jealous,
$19.99.
you're going to use anything
Becky
against
needs
him.
to come back.
Another thing that's really bothered me about this is like Mike is going through a tough time right now with the
Yes.
divorce and everything. And it's like this was his escape, and now I have to tell him, hey, you're off the show. Like, you know, like that was not a good phone call to fucking have. But it's like
He was crying. He was crying. I went over to his house to give his kids some balls, and he was crying. I don't know what to tell you, but Mike's giving everybody a chance. Mike's taking his own shirt off his back to give to others. And I can't believe you guys are going to hold the fact that he fell in love with somebody who was young. Well, if that's the way it's going to be, Keem, then I want you to do a statistic here in South Kakalaki. I was 15 years old dating a 21-year-old man. Not that it's right, but it happened. Why are we holding Mike to a higher fucking standard than everybody else?
Now that's just with Tina going about about the situation and giving out her own opinion. And it obviously makes sense. In the later clip, we are gonna see that Tina proclaims her loyalty and shout out to Chill for saying that donation, because I think it broke Keem and made him realize his mistake. It's not out of jealousy, Tina. I think it's actually out of real concern that a guy like this, who dated a minor as an adult, did that. And she does try to later on gaslight you about, well, who are we to judge? We are not God. As a Catholic, we are granted the ability to judge if it's justly, and I believe in this case, a crime has committed. Now, obviously, the crime has been more or less, it's been years, but it still doesn't justify it. Two wrongs still don't make it right. We'll get into, well, I'm going to show you the clip of Chill Force sending the money in. Tina started to gaslight people. Oh, and trust me, we're going to get more. There's some more clips we're going to see, especially one where Keem slowly is dying inside. What a time to be alive, y'all.
Thanks, you guys. Mike made a mistake 17 years ago. We are not God. We are not the judge and the jury. He changed his life. He married her. He has kids. He has a home. Why are we all going to sit there and judge this man by a decision that was made 17 fucking years ago? He didn't kill somebody. Keem, I don't hold you responsible. I respect you for what your decisions you make. But I'm going to let all y'all know I love Mike. And my loyalty lays with Mike. It wasn't right what he did back then, but I didn't know him back then.
$20.
So therefore, I can't judge
Props
him.
to Keem
I
for
love
doing
Mike.
the right thing. Also for staying sober.
Chill
I'm
Force.
just telling you. When everybody gave up on me, Mike always stuck his neck out for me. Y'all can call me a simp, call me whatever you want to, but at the end of the day, when this Queens came up, he gave me the opportunity of a lifetime to get out of poverty, and I owe him the rest of my life. Y'all have a great show, but my loyalty lies with Mike. Sorry.
You gotta love the attempts of gaslighting you. You gotta love the attempt to try to manipulate you to feel bad. I know it's up to you, but also there's more. A little bit during the whole stream, they did a little poll of how many people wanted Mike back. It kind of surprised you, the people who are behind the scenes are like, the people who support the show. I'm kind of glad I got completely banned and kicked off. I would even say I'm glad I canceled my own subscription. I am out in the open about that. I pretty much said that a few times in a bunch of Discord if anyone ever follows me. But even if I wasn't, I would still be disgusted and I would leave. Because the fact that you're kind of letting a guy who did this crime years ago get away with it. It's like if somebody committed, a little bit of cutting and got away with it, but then he lives a happy, good life. He's a great member of society, But then it's discovered he committed this crime and he goes to jail. Obviously, those two things are different. One is gone and the other one is still around. But you can say the one that still is around was more or less the groom. And it could explain so much about the relationship. Maybe it's something out of guilt. Maybe Bridget knows what she did was wrong. Maybe she's stuck with Mike because if she left and explained people they dated when she was young, he can be sent to jail. Right? It's a tough position. Now let's watch Keemstar slowly crash out.
Who's never done anything that you regret. I'd like to see a one in chat. Most of us have. I think it's a very human experience. We've broken Keemstar. Keemstar is broken. This man is utterly broken.
Keemstar, we got a day off tomorrow, man. You gotta make it 30 more minutes. I think
We've
everybody
shattered
is.
this man.
I think everybody's had this fucking issue because it's like if you've been on the internet any kind of long period of time, like me and you, Boogie, we had to put most of our life on the internet. I mean, like my entire adult life has been on the internet. The vast majority of your adult life has been on the internet, and it's like people see every fuck up you have, and you're under a microscope at all times.
Yeah, and I brought that microscope closer because I wanted to live a public life in the hopes that people could learn from my mistakes and shit. But
you could kind of see it in his eyes, his mannerism. I feel like this whole thing isn't scripted. I feel like a lot of this isn't exactly scripted. You can say it is or isn't, but I think for something like this that is so damning, I don't think it's fully scripted. But I could be very wrong. Is that nope, all of it is true, and Keem's reaction, how much he's really aching, plus the whole, a lot of the stress and pressure that he's getting from all over around the internet, probably also his own Discord and Reddit. I mean, the guy even admitted that he was reading real criticism rather than just people calling it out. Sounds like Keem really is the king of the lolcows, or at least the current kings of lolcows. Now let's go into LCL Queens because I think their general reaction was pretty funny. But I also wanted to look at some of the tweets that Michael and some other people posted on this. Hope you enjoy the LCL Queen section of this, y'all.
Decision had to be made, but I feel like it sucks. Tina, please, do you have anything you want to share? If you're ready. If you're not, it's okay.
Listen, you guys, we all have skeletons in our closet. We are not the judge and jury. God is. What we do on earth determines where we go when we leave. But y'all got it all wrong about Mike. You really do. Mike will give you anything he has. And we fought for years because of people telling him lies and him thinking I didn't respect the things he did. But my dad truly loved Mike. Because when our air conditioner went out and my dad was 80 years old, Mike got it fixed. Mike's done a lot of tremendous things. Yeah, what he did was wrong. I don't want to talk about that. That's 17 years ago. But I never cry. My loyalty lies with Mike. I'm sorry. What he does when he leaves this earth is when he pays for whatever mistakes we all say he did. But let's all pull all the skeletons out of all of our closets. And I remember when I went to Mike and said, listen, Mike, I was molested as a child by my real father. And they went online and did an interview with my sister to make sure the right father molested me. And it broke my heart. And he stood right there. But I look at Mike now as a father, a husband, and his 2 babies. You couldn't ask for a better father. And my loyalty will always lie with Mike. He loved this show. He loved doing work for this show. I seen a zest in him that's been taken since his dad died. Y'all can say whatever the fuck you want to. He don't pay me underneath the table. I've done videos for free because he's family. And y'all dogged him for a mistake he supposedly made 17 years ago. And I am never going to forgive that. Keem was in a tough situation. But when I started this show was because Mike gave me the opportunity to get out of the life I live. And I'm never going to forgive him. And I'm always going to stand with him. Regardless of what any of you think.
Tina, you're going to fucking make me cry.
Then we need to hold people accountable.
You gotta love the gaslighting that Tina's trying to do. And I love how she first said, well, he committed a crime. But then later on in the clip, and I have to kind of speed this up because I feel like if I just let the full clip play it out, it was just overextend the video. And I'm really not trying to do that too much, but this video is going to be long anyway, so damn me as it is. But I love how she try to pedal that back towards the end. Really is trying to get into the whole gaslighting. You saying that, oh, look at all the good things he's done and all the things he will be doing, right? How can you blame a man? He's a good, upstanding man. Again, he did commit a crime that in most cases, if not all cases, would have sent him to jail. And most people of that caliber of crime, when they go to jail, are usually treated pretty bad. Mike is just that lucky situation. Now, Mike obviously dated Bridget at a time before the internet was even really popular, so he got away with it. And in one of the early clips, Tina tried to say that, like, well, if you do a statistic around here in this city, you'll find out there's a lot of that underage stuff. What doesn't justify, and she admits it, that doesn't justify, but, Tina, that makes me wonder, Tina. What else are you hiding? And she brings up the whole closet thing. We all have some type of skeleton, but nothing that criminal, right? Nothing that criminal. I know I have some things, but they're not as bad. And if anything, in reality, they were really my own stupidity. Things I could have done and avoided easily, but nothing to the point of criminality, becoming a criminal, going to jail for them. And he did a poll on top of all of that. Shows you again the people behind who support these shows, wanting a man who committed a crime. Let's watch the next clip, because Billy the Fridge comes in, and Billy the Fridge tries to gaslight people more and more, right?
We can't live in a world where people can become better people. Then what's the point of people trying to become better people?
Oof.
And when do we just start throwing away people? Because I look at the good Mike's done for Tina.
Yeah.
And if you love Tina, Tina wouldn't be here without the help of Mike. And that's why Tina cries a bit. I see what Mike has done for this show, the people who watch this show and love this show. I see the good he's done for all my friends, for me directly. And it's just like,
For me too.
if every day of his life is him being a better person to pay back for the mistakes he's made in the past, I don't want to derail him from paying back for those mistakes.
That's exactly right. God, you said exactly what I wanted to say.
That being said, everybody's like, we don't let Diddy or Bill Cosby get away with it. If he was a repeat offender, we wouldn't let Mike get away with it either. If this happened, if there was an inkling, a shadow of an inclination, this was going to happen again. I'm sorry, Tina. I'm gonna piece your boy.
Oh my God.
Right, of course I would do.
Big one.
Becky, I know I pretty much see you suck, but you should have walk off camera when you got upset. You should have seen it, but we got to find a way to bring Hime back, cause when I have a bad day, I knew I could always come here and watch you three and Lamau, cause you three are the heart of this show, girls.
Were you able to understand that, or do you need a translation? Because I could translate it for you. Becky, I know I pretty much said you suck, but you should walk off camera when you get upset. You should have said it, but we've got to find a way to bring Mike back, because when I have a bad day, I knew I could always come here and watch you three and laugh my ass off, because you three are the heart of this show, girls. That was a $200 donation. Thank you, Corey. Holy shit.
Now Fried033 in the chat says, so one time is okay, Billy?
No, it's not.
But where's the victim now? The victim now is in love with the guy, and they're very healthy, happy people with children who are going through a divorce, and this only adds to the turmoil that their family is going through right now. So I can't really add on that myself. If you want to add on to that, that evil's on you. Go ahead. Go ahead. But I'm not going to do that.
Super chatted $19.99. We love Billy the Fudge.
That one was for you, Billy. They love you.
I love you too. And everybody who says like you have if you kick the Thorpes out for this, or if you were this way against other people, it's a totally different situation. Mike plays
the
ball.
Asylum super
they don't play ball.
$20. Billy spitting some straight facts. I don't know Mike well enough to have an opinion. At least we have our queens.
Thank you.
Q Yes super chatted $20. Team, please bring Mike back. Now for dancing. Pig, 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 pig,
I gotta mix it up.
Pig, 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 pig.
You know Tina's upset when she doesn't dance to the pig emojis. Oh, for fuck's sake.
If the other people played ball, they'd still be on the team. We're getting rid of a team player. That's what sucks to me. I don't see a problem, but you do.
Big Moose, you finally did it. Big Moose just gifted us 10 LolCow Queens memberships. Okay, I think he was waiting until we got along well enough to give those. I believe that's what was stopping him before. So we did something tonight, Tina.
Yeah, but y'all didn't see his face today when I went to his door. Y'all didn't see the tears in Mike's eyes. I did.
And the worst part about that is, we we overpay for the mistakes we make sometimes.
Yep.
We overpay.
When did we become God, though? When did we decide? When did we decide? When did we decide? The judge and the jury, our mistakes on earth are what determines where we go when we leave this earth. But you guys act like he went out and he just literally did some horrendous things. What he did was wrong. I get it. But how long are we going to make him pay for it? We've been doing this for years on the internet.
No.
But he's been in my son's life since he was 5.
Exactly.
He had custody of his nephews since they were little kids. CPS gave them to him. So why are we judging them?
At some point, the mob becomes the monster. But you can't tell the mob that.
$49.99. Tina, cheer up, beautiful.
Aw.
It's not gonna be easy. This is a hurt. You're hurting Tina because Tina, like Mike and Tina, exist because of everything Mike's done since then, right? Mike's done so much good since then. I'm sorry.
I would love
He's taking me to court. He's held my feet to the fire. But when it was all said and done, and my dad needed air conditioning, Mike came through for my dad. Those is what matters to me. Things like that matters to me.
When Tina needed a frozen cake in her face, Mike was there.
I got it. Yep.
I would love to provide some even bigger context to this. So when I was working professionally as a psychic, I helped people from all walks of
Danny
life.
super
One
chatted
sec.
$19.99. Love you, Tina D.
And one of the things I was surprised by, thank you for that, Danny, was there were people who would come to me who would look so strong.
And once again, the gaslighting is real from our good old Billy the Frid. Dick writing, Keem, Hard, and Boogie. Bringing up Diddy and Bill Cosby. And I can see his point, saying, well, he didn't repeat the crime. Here's the thing, though. He still kept dating her, even after the fact that she told her age. So, if they dated, and given the number we were given by Keem, 17 is 31 minus 17 makes it 14. And 2 years after, she told Kid her real age, which was 16. He still kept dating her. I would say that he kept repeating it constantly. Yeah, it is different than what Diddy and Bill Cosby did. But is it really? By how much of a degree, Billy? And I won't deny, we could live in a world where people get better. But here's the thing, though. When you're committing a crime this bad to this degree, it makes me wonder how much interest you have. How much of a skin do you have in this game? You're doing it because he's your friend first off, but also you don't want to lose a business partner. You have an obligation, and I can't blame a man for that. But I will blame a man for committing a crime, and I will blame you for doing it. Trust me. And it also brings up Grace and her family. They wanted to play ball. So kind of a line on your end, Billy. Good old Billy the Frid. And this won't get any better. I got one more clip to play.
She was lied to. I don't care either way. Shouldn't have happened. At some point, she became an adult, and they chose to live their life happily ever after. That's the best case. You become a millionaire. You have a beautiful family. That's the best case that could happen out of a situation that shouldn't have happened. I'm sorry. I can't hold on to any anger for that, and I can't hold on to anger from people who have been detracting against the lolcow universe for a fucking month. Now saying W Keem for firing Mike, a Chill Force donation, who's been anti-lolcow universe on lolcow live, sending $20 to say W Keem for firing Mike. I know a lot of these people are coming just to stir shit up because they've been anti-lolcow because their person got fired, and that pisses me off a lot. I really do actually feel for the people that have opinions on this because it's a hot button issue. And, some people do have feelings for a reason that are legit, but I don't think your feelings in this situation are legit. I think Mike is a different person now than he was then. And him then is not a part of this show. And if he was a part of the show, he would be on the other end. We would be stomping the hell out of him on the other side. He would not be on our side. The guy on this side is the guy who picks people up and really genuinely looks like he cares about the people around him. I'm sorry. That's what I see, and I can vouch for him. And you can tell me I'm wrong, but you got to do better than this happened when he was 22, because that guy's gone. That guy doesn't exist anymore. We got to move on.
Gotcha.
Spicy Bloke, thank you for gifting 5 lolcow.
Shout out to Chill Force. Love that guy a lot. Great guy, really. Wholesome man. But that's the truth. That is the truth. Your opinions kind of don't matter. He's not that guy anymore. Are you sure about that, Billy? How do we know he hasn't committed this crime before? Maybe you're hiding something that you don't want to say. Maybe you've done something. It's just all very questionable. And in my honest opinion about this, I don't think Mike should go back on the show at all. Given that information that has been revealed number of times. It's just been said number of times, actually. I would even say that Mike said it first. Hell, Boogie was the one who said it first. A couple of weeks ago when Mike first got into the show, when he became part of the show and the whole universe. It's funny how much they're willing to gaslight you. How much they're willing to manipulate you to see their side. In the end, this is the kind of people we deal with. Very disgusting, very amoral, or at least morally, relatively moralized, right? But that's who they are in the end. And I can go on. This video has been going on long. It's probably one of my longest videos I ever made. But it is just funny. It is just funny. And expect it to happen multiple times where they're going out of the way to defend somebody who obviously committed a crime. I mean, this isn't the first time where they brought in a predator back onto the server. A couple of weeks ago, months ago, there was a guy who was a little disabled, but not all the way up in the head. They brought him back onto the server 2 other times. 2 other times they brought him back. But now in this situation with Mike, yeah, obviously he did this one crime, but it is a crime that people are very much angry at, and a lot of people probably don't want Mike back. And you can say that it's a vocal majority. Maybe proves that not always the majority is right. But that's me. That's all I gotta say, really. I hope everybody enjoyed this video. I hope you kind of like this style content. I'm not really the best when it's coming solo this, so there will be more stuff like this. But nevertheless, thank you guys so much. You guys have a good one. Be safe and God bless. Till next time, peace. And there will be a live stream where I will cover all the streams together. I'll cover each individual stream where Mike's name is involved. And we'll do some live commentary. Probably when this video is uploaded, like probably a couple hours after this video is uploaded, we'll do a live stream on it. So till then, everybody, have a good one. Be safe. God bless.